Hello, welcome. My name is Shelby Marybeth. Today's video is going to be super motivating. If you need to clean, put this on in the background, clean along with me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I make a new video every single Sunday. So we just got back home from the most amazing vacation, and now I have a bunch of laundry to do. I need to get our groceries in order. I am taking absolutely everything out of all of our backpacks, all of our suitcases. This is something I do like to do as soon as we get home. That way all this stuff isn't just sitting around for weeks on end, because that's really what happens if I don't do it right away. So we had gone to Michigan for an entire week. We stayed with my family up there and we had such an amazing time. The kids had so much fun and did so well on the airplane. The only downfall was coming home. We got back so late. I think we got back around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And it was literally like, get the kids in a bath and put them to sleep. And then of course we were already exhausted from the day. So we threw all the luggage here on our table, got ready for bed, and just we're out for the night. So this is the day after, and I was just feeling super motivated to get all of this done and share it with you guys to hopefully motivate you to get going and cleaning with me. So the past few years, we haven't been doing as much traveling as my husband and I used to before we had our kids, which I guess is completely realistic in my opinion, because traveling with kids is not for the faint at heart. And of course we had like COVID right after we had our daughter and we couldn't travel anyway, but I love traveling. My favorite place that we ever went to go visit was in California. We took a drive down the West Coast Highway and it was the most gorgeous drive and just scenic vistas everywhere. It was my favorite, and we went to Lake Tahoe in California. That was definitely the top #1 area I've ever been to. So I want to know your favorite place that you have ever visited.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture in. I know must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night is the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know.
So I did actually do one load of laundry while we were on vacation, and it was only because we were just running out of clothes. We were on a lake, so our clothes just got dirtier than I was expecting. I thought we were going to be able to reuse a lot of things, and we weren't. But it was also kind of nice being able to do laundry and then be able to bring all of this home, and I'm just going to be able to throw it right back into their drawers. So that's what I was doing with the suitcases. So later in this video, when I get to their rooms, I'll put away our kids' clothes, and I also had some of our own.
All of my problems, I know I can't make it through.
The laptop you guys see on the table here is now in the laptop graveyard. This darn thing caused me so much frustration, and usually things don't frustrate me very easily. I'm a very laid back and patient person, but I would start to edit a video or render it, and it was so random. It would just completely shut down and basically reboot, restart, and I'd have to start from scratch. It was very frustrating. Anyway, sent it in for servicing, ended up being the motherboard, and now I have a new laptop. You guys have been asking for it, and I'm going to be delivering. My next video is going to be the start of my decluttering series again, It's been over a year, but I decluttered every single room in our house, and I'm doing it again. I'm gonna go through every single room, and I feel like this is something you need to do on a regular basis just to stay on top of everything. This playroom is definitely one of the rooms that needs the most decluttering on a regular basis. I feel incredibly grateful and blessed that we have family members that love to give our kids gifts, and especially like my mom loves to thrift. I love thrifting. I love like secondhand toys. I think they're fantastic. I love that they're not, brand new. They're being used by other kids, and then when we're done with them, we can donate them and give them to another kid as well. So she's always out thrifting, and I think every time she comes over, she's usually bringing over something else that she was able to thrift from the store. So a lot of that ends up, building up after a while, and I'm so grateful for it, but I definitely need to declutter the things that they have outgrown and aren't ready for. I've also had a discussion with my mom about it, and she completely understands and knows that I'm getting overwhelmed by all the stuff. So she has definitely slowed down on that. So just make sure you are communicating with your family if that is happening to you too. Our playroom has been nicely reset, but I really cannot wait for you guys to see it in next week's video because it is completely transformed. We are on to our laundry room. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of laundry started. My daughter, who is 4, on the first night that we came home had an accident in her bed, so I needed to wash all her sheets right away. And so that's why I'm smelling them. I'm just making sure that urine smell got out, because there's nothing like worse to me than the smell of like urine on sheets. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting those all put into the dryer now so I can start another load. The pile of laundry I think is basically never ending. I always have a load cycling in our washer and our dryer. So the 2 trash bags on the floor are actually all the dirty clothes from our trip. So I'm just going to dump them into our laundry baskets and save those trash bags because they're still good. I'll use it for our trash cans later. But I love taking the trash bags with us on a trip to put our dirty clothes in there, and it just keeps everything separated. I decided to pick up in our living room next. So my daughter had pretended to take a nap here on my yoga mat in the middle. The books are of course all over the floor, and I just need to pick up all the toys that are across our entire floor. Before we leave for a trip, we always unplug everything that we can. So I needed to re-plug in our robot vacuum because this thing is my saving grace and it keeps all the dog hair at bay. We have a German Shepherd, aka German Shedder, and his name is Shango. We love him to death, but his hair literally gets everywhere. So the robot vacuum has really helped me stay on top of cleaning up all of his dog hair.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words.
Our living room is nicely put back together, so I'm going to focus on our kitchen after this. I had already done a Walmart grocery order in the morning, so I had gone, picked that up, brought it home, put all the cold stuff away, and then it basically started this video. So anyway, all the pantry stuff is still on the counter here in the kitchen, but I am tackling it all now.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
I almost felt like I was on top of everything before we left. And so I did like a meal plan before we left, right? So I knew exactly what we were going to eat as soon as we got home, because sometimes that is my biggest problem. It's just like not knowing what to eat after we've been away and then come home and there's nothing in the fridge. Anyway, I had planned on making a Walmart pickup order right before we left, so that I didn't have to think about it when we got home. But I had gone to schedule it, and it was 8 days until we would be home, and Walmart only lets you schedule it 7 days in advance. So I was like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, but I forgot because I guess we were just rushing out the door. I'm completely human, and I ended up having to do it the morning we got back. But I am still so grateful for the Walmart pickup option because it saves so much time. So I needed to put all our dirty dishes inside our dishwasher, but of course it's full of clean dishes that need to be put away. So I am unloading the dishwasher, and then I will load it all up, and then I'll be able to wash all of our fruit inside a nice clean sink. So I've decided to include more realistic mom cleaning in my videos. Usually I try to keep everything like systematic and put together, so like I'll clean the kitchen, but honestly that's not realistic. Cecilia just got up from her nap and had another accident on her bed, but of course her water protector was in the dryer. So luckily we have our carpet cleaner and it has this very nice attachment on it, so it's really easy to clean up spots like this. I still, like, it bothers me so much when urine gets inside a mattress because I really don't think you can honestly get all of that out. But I did my absolute best, and so the powder on there is actually just a whole bunch of baking soda. I had it sit for a little while and I'm just like vacuuming it all up with our carpet cleaner. I honestly don't know if that's recommended, but it actually worked very nicely for me. My thinking was that the baking soda would kind of absorb a lot of the like urine and of course the odor, and it seemed to get a lot of that. So luckily her mattress smells amazing after this. Like, it even smells better than it did before.
Think that I'm addicted to this, can't resist to be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering. You know I'd do anything to be in.
Odors are my biggest pet peeve. I cannot even think straight if something smells weird in our house. I am so sensitive to even the smallest smells. Like, usually my husband is like, "What are you talking about?" And I can even smell like things like rain starting to come before it's even close. Let me know if you're like this too. Anyway, I digress as usual. I'm gonna set up a fan on her mattress here just to help air dry it out the rest of the way before I put back her sheets.
Just wanna let you know I could go for this, no more tricks. We could take things slow. Say you think about it.
So I still had a little bit of like cleaning solution water inside our carpet cleaner. So I decided to use that on our front door rug here. This is definitely the rug that gets the dirtiest in our house, and I should probably use the carpet cleaner on it a lot more often than I do. I can't remember the last time I used a carpet cleaner on this, and it's really gonna show.
So give me a sign, give me a sign, oh baby, just give me a sign, baby, give me a sign, just give me one more talking to you, and here we go again, staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in.
So I had used just some clean water after using the cleaning solution with the soap in it. And then the very last pass is just sucking up, but I like to put a little bit of pressure on it with my foot, like you saw, just to soak up any of the rest of that water. And here is the disgusting mess that came out of that one little rug.
Read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change.
So anytime I'm done using the carpet cleaner, I always like to rinse it out and then air dry it. So I'm just taking it completely apart so that I can rinse it all out with the hose, and then I leave it out here on the porch, if it doesn't rain, for it to completely dry out.
Yeah, we could go for a ride. The two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride. You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you'll have mine. You and I wanna leave
to cycle some more laundry, and unfortunately, since my daughter had wet the bed again during her nap, that's okay, accidents happen and she is learning. We also went on a huge trip and it completely rocked her world. She was exhausted, so understandably I probably should have put a pull-up on her, but she had been doing so good before the trip. Luckily, this was like a one-day thing for us, and she went right back to holding it all through the night and not having any accidents.
We'll work it out, you'll see. If we get in a car and drive someplace far, yeah, we could go for a ride. You and I, let us run away. We can go where we want. I'll have your back if you have mine. You and I wanna leave everything behind. If you wanted to, promise you we will be alright. If it's you and I.
So now that her sheets are clean, I'm not going to take the time to fold them. I'm going to throw them right back on her bed, but I'm just going to set them in her room for now because her mattress is still drying. So typically I do everything all at once, but we are being super realistic today. Here are all the dirty dishes that I had to leave because I needed to clean up my daughter's bed. Dishwasher is loaded, but I still have a few things that I need to hand wash. So I'm just wiping down the counter, putting down a nice clean cloth, and I will put all of our clean hand washed dishes on here to air dry. We are going to be cycling laundry all day today. So I'm taking out all of just more of the blankets and sheets from my daughter's bed. Of course, some of her clothes as well. I'm smelling them just because I'm making sure that none of that urine smell is still on them. But days like this definitely make me super grateful for our washer and our dryer. Even though she had her accidents, I am so grateful I was able to just throw them through the wash and the dryer and they're done within like 1 to 2 hours.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can
was a lot later in the day at this point. I'm pretty sure at this point we already had dinner, my husband was home, so I am just vacuuming up the rest of any of that like baking soda that may have been left on her bed and making sure all that is gone. Anyway, and then it was completely dry at this point, so I'm going to throw all of her sheets back on. I've been using like a waterproof cover and then another sheet, another waterproof cover, and then another sheet. So basically 2 sets of sheets just to make it easier to either change out her sheets, or sometimes it leaks through the first water cover and then I have this second water cover to catch that. So it's kind of like an emergency layer of sorts. But I am really grateful. It's only for like the most random accidents. She hasn't had like any accidents in a really long time now. And now that she's done being completely potty trained, I mean, she's been potty trained for a while, but her little brother, who's 2, needs to start learning how to use the potty. He is still completely 100% diapered, and I am just searching for the motivation to do the potty training with him. So wish me the best of luck on that.
Startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other.
So this is their suitcase from earlier. So that was like one of the first areas I cleaned up, was the dining table. And I brought this suitcase over near the hallway here so that I could put away all of their clothes. So now that it's later in the day, my husband is home, I am putting away all of Cecilia's clothes first, and then I'll bring it over into Owen's room and put away his clothes too.
Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn.
Cecilia's room is fresh and clean, especially after all those accidents. It was so nice. But moving on to Owen's room now, I'm gonna open up the blinds. I always feel so much more motivated when I let light come into the room when I'm cleaning, even if it's just a little bit. So now I'm just taking all of his clothes that we had run through the wash on vacation, which is something I don't typically do, but it was actually very nice. And I'm going to put away all those clean clothes right back into his drawer.
'Cause we could lay on the ground and just stare into each other's eyes. And I remember when you kissed me, I felt the taste of your lipstick, even the print of your ripped jeans. I can still see it all. We ran on top of buildings, just like a scene from a movie, living our life on the edge, and we'd never trip and fall, never trip and fall. We'd never trip and fall, trip and fall. Lying to our parents of our whereabouts and what we did, and drinking liquor out the bottle at a party we knew no one there. And we didn't even care if we stayed out all night, 'cause we always had each other.
So this is much later in the day now compared to when I started here in the kitchen. It's time to put away everything that I had hand washed. It's all dry now. At this point, we had already had dinner too. My husband and I have a great process. We actually kind of just work together in the kitchen. After I'm done cooking, usually I kind of just pick up the things that are on the counter, and he will put all the dishes away in the sink or hand wash whatever needs to be hand washed that I used like during dinner. But anyway, it just works so much better when we both work together. I'm keeping everything cycling whenever I can in our washer and our dryer. So these were a lot of the sheets from Cecilia's bed as well. They're just the flat sheets. I typically don't put those on her bed, but since she had wet the bed the first time in the morning, all the regular sheets were still in the dryer when it was time for her nap, which is why I had put those like flat sheets on her bed just to have something there. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough, and then you guys saw me bring out the carpet cleaner. But now everything is clean and I can fold all of these and put them away. So if you've made it this far in today's video, definitely let me know in the comments, but I also want to know what area of our house you want to see me declutter first. So I'm going through my whole decluttering series, as I kind of mentioned earlier in today's video. So I just want to know what you guys want to see first. Like, do you want to see the kitchen? Do you want to see I think the other, like the most popular area was definitely my closet last time. And my closet is probably still pretty cluttered, but it's definitely nowhere in comparison to the first time I ever decluttered it. So if you have not seen that video, I will definitely make sure it is linked in the description for you. but I'm going to be going through it again. So definitely be on the lookout for that video and let me know what area of our house you are most looking forward to me decluttering. So earlier I emptied out all of our suitcases, all of our backpacks, and brought them into our master bedroom. So that is where I am now. So I did not use all of these bags on our trips, but these are all of our bags. So what I like to do is actually just put the smaller bags inside each bag. So they're like stored inside each other and they end up taking up so much less space. I actually keep these on the top of our closet and I'll show you that in a little bit. So this was my husband and I's suitcase. It's full of a whole bunch of clean clothes. So I'm gonna put all of these clothes away now. So here is the top of our closet. Yes, those are pretty old suitcases. I've had them for a really long time, but they have served their purpose and they still work great. So I just have a few things to hang up now before tidying up the rest of our master bedroom.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
If you are still looking for some cleaning motivation, I will make sure the best video for you is linked at the end of today's video. And if you're new, I hope you consider subscribing. I make a new video every single Sunday. I upload at 10 a.m. EST. So you can hang out with me every single Sunday morning. If you liked this video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. I love seeing every one of those. It's just the easiest way you can let me know that you appreciate my videos and I can make more of them. Sharing cleaning motivation and just motherhood has been something that I've just been very just drawn to do, and I really enjoy putting these videos together. This past month I've felt so off with my computer not working, so now that I have my computer back in order, I am so relieved to be able to easily share these videos with you guys again. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week in a brand new video. Bye!